Hello, hi, sweet, lovely people. My name is just Marie, and don't you love this energy coming from me right now? Maybe because it's the second day of winter. Yesterday was our first. Snowed all day, so you feel this bumpiness. You feel that little turbulence going through. Yeah, that's from all day snow, and they only paved the main roads. It's a smaller little community, so yeah, we're just getting through it and riding out the waves. Okay, I feel you. So I also have gum in my mouth. Don't mind me. I'm going to be chomping away. That is my new smoking is chewing gum. I try to get sugar free, but sometimes I just grab because it's ooh, this is going to be a little bit bumpy. She looks a little bit slushy. Okay, so I wasn't sure, honestly, this is a good question. How long do you wait for your car to unfreeze or warm up before you drive when it's it was positive 1 degree in Celsius? I don't know who does Fahrenheit here, but 1 degrees. And I waited 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, because it's I was waiting so long because we were on the phones, and it's been so difficult right now. We are on the 22nd of December, and the biggest holiday of the year is coming up for all those atheists and non-believers who celebrate the birth of Jesus, and here we are celebrating it in the most capitalist way. Sorry, I'm just a little bit bitter, and I don't want anything to do with Christmas music. I am so anti-Christmas right now in the traditional sense. That guy's dude, you just came off the highway. He's wrapping his hand out his window, getting the snow chunks off his vehicle. Dude, you just came off the highway. I'm just getting on the highway. But it's not against the holiday itself or anything. I'm just I'm so frustrated seeing the commercials. I'm so unenthused listening to the music, and it's just not my year for celebrating, and that's okay. I've accepted it, and I really hope that next year and the following year after having a baby that we'll feel a little bit more of that love and that joy that Christmas is supposed to be. Last year was a really hard reality when it came to Christmas because I was going out to the stores, and even though I made everything, still at that time you got to get groceries or get ribbon or whatever, and just seeing all these people who are blank-faced walking through the store, not smiling, not spreading any joy. And now this year it's literally the same thing, but we have masks to literally cover what that blank emotion. We have masks to kind of neutralize it so we don't see this dead face, as I'll call it, because there's no life, there's no joy. And I'm really trying to change my mindset. Yesterday we had the great conjunction where the closest that Saturn and Jupiter have been since 1262. Is that right? Did I say that right? 1262. The year 1262. And then it was the 1600s after that. So yesterday we went through that. Oh! Envelopes! I might send Rob a letter because I'm out of town right now. And I really want to change my energy to see positive light in people. Because I see it in myself, and I can really see when people are holding on to this negative energy, this stagnant energy, and I can feel that in their aura, and I choose to see that over seeing the light, seeing that little blip of light, because if there's no light, we wouldn't even be able to see the darkness. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you need light to see darkness, and you need darkness to see light. It's a yin yang. You must have both for it to be present. There's no way that nothing can exist, It's the universe exists, there can't be nothing. There's no possible way for there to be nothing. And that is Pandora's box. I love hearing that. There's no way that there can be nothing. And it's well, obviously there's no way that there can be nothing. But it's even just hear yourself saying, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing with my life. And it's like, well, you can't be doing nothing. You're always doing something. Like, oh yeah, like I'm not doing anything right now. And it's like, well, yeah, you are, but it's just easier to say, you know? It's just language. Language we get so sloppy with, and that's something I try to be aware of and try to pick up on myself with. But I got to be careful because I get upset when other people's language is sloppy. And it's like, no, Jessica, you need to calm down. Like, it's fine. People, you know what they mean. Just, like, let it go. Sometimes I have a really hard time with that. I just like to nitpick. I'm a nitpicker. I have an expectation of the world that I need to let go. But I do want to see change, and I do want to see people flourish and grow. But then it goes back to the concept of I see the darkness in people. If I chose to see that light in people, that light would get a little bit brighter. Just smiling, you know? That is my gift to the world, is smiling at people and just choosing to be a little bit extra, pray a little bit more for them. You know, there's such a powerful thing with prayer, coming into somebody's presence and literally praying for them, just not like smiling, giving them a prayer and moving on like, hey, how's it going? What's going on? And walking into a room and blessing the room, asking for the presence of the Holy Spirit, of a greater power, of clean energy, whatever you may want it to be. Having that energy come in and really bring in positivity, attract that positivity, allow that to come into the room or the environment, allow that spirit to come in. Because if we walk into a situation and it's like, oh, I don't want to be here, oh, like, so-and-so is here, oh, they're driving me insane, oh, they got shit in their teeth, whatever, that energy is being dragged in. Starting something with a blessing or a prayer is like, or something that you're thankful for, just like walking into this room, it creates this different experience. You're going into it with a different sight, a different light of the world, and that's something that I'm really going to work on come the new year, the rest of 2020 and the new year. It was funny, I'm lisping a lot because of the gum. I have a lot of saliva in my mouth, which is awesome because there was a while where I had the worst dry mouth due to smoking cigarettes, and now I have a fat tongue and so much liquid and saliva in my mouth. It's unbelievable. So anyways, oh fuck, there's a sign where the road's closing, but this guy is speeding up really quick behind me. Okay, now I'm trying to just figure out the road signs right now. Okay, irrelevant. So I don't know. I'm trying to be a better person, if that is okay for everybody out there. Who doesn't want to be a better person? I guess that's the ultimate goal. How can you not wish to become that, to be more of a positive energy, a positive light, a positive example to the world? Because we are technically all in this together, and sometimes it's difficult. People make it difficult. And it's not even the other spiritual things that are out there, the other things that have life, such as the trees, the water, the plants, the animals. It's the people, and maybe because there's so many of them and they're trained to be so opinionated. People are the worst sometimes, but it's just the way that it goes, right? And when people are being shitty, go back to nature, go back to the beauty. Right now in front of me, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so cloudy. I'm looking at the South Okanagan, and the sun rays are coming through the clouds. And for me, when I talk about the sun, I always think of Jesus whenever the Son of God. God for me is great, orderly, divine, and people can interpret that however they so choose. But for me, looking at the sun, seeing it come through, the sun, the only way the sun makes sense to have its name is the Son of God. It only makes sense to me. The Son of great orderly divine. Without the sun, we would not have the ecosystem that we have. We would not have the life that we have without this beautiful source of energy, of light, of spirit, of power, of warmth, of heavenly gratitude. It's such a beautiful thing, and I'm so blessed to be a part of this life, even though it's frustrating. I know every single day I choose to be here. I've chosen to be here at this time, and that's a fucking so frustrating to admit. I chose to be here at this time during the technology boom, during the pandemic, and all this nonsense of people going through their identity crisis and this new wave of civil rights movements where we're fighting for not only equality but equity for people who have been started off, people who have been pushed to away. Equity is giving everybody the same starting point, or equality is giving everybody the same starting point. Equity is giving everybody the starting point based on their needs. So if people are born in a community that doesn't have fresh water, does not have bus access, give them a point where they can progress forward. If they don't have a well-educated school, work on that fucking school. Give them fucking funding for better teachers or better school programs, whatever it may be. For single mothers, if there's certain communities that have more single mothers or more addiction habits, like the disease of addiction, fucking what can we do to give them equity, not equality? Like, yeah, I guess equality is important too, but there are some people who don't have the same, even if they have the same starting point. If we both have the opportunity to go to a public school, and I, because of the color of my skin, because who my parents are, what their careers were, because of the womb I was born out of, I have more access to different, like, that's not fair. That's like, yeah, we both got to go to school. You know, we both were born in the same year, but that's not equity. Equity, like, it's removing that systematic barrier that we really need to overcome and strive to get over. So we're working towards it, and I'm gonna enjoy you guys here. This is kind of just a ramble and clearing my mind. I'm about to face something that I'm not really prepared for, and yeah, I love you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. 3 more days till you can open your presents. Okay, love you. Bye.